that marker is shared by people with autism and epilepsy and synesthesia. And a good example of that is Daniel Tammet, who won the European prize for memorizing the most digits of pi. And he talks about his synesthesia and everything else in his book, Born on a Blue Day.
Mm-hmm. So how does synesthesia influence memorization? Because I guess that is what he was very good at.
Right. Well, if you ask people, well, what good is this trait? I mean, it's very pretty to have. I mean, letters and numbers are colored and people have colors around them and everything. It's really sort of nifty. But what good does it do? And people will immediately say, well, it helps you remember. And that's because they have all these extra hooks to hang things on. And actually, I first learned of the word synesthesia by reading a very old book by the Soviet neuropsychologist A.R. Luria called The Mind of a Mnemonist. And he described a memory expert who had a 5-fold synesthesia. And that gave him what Luria called a limitless and memory without distortion.
Wow.
And so if you measure synesthetes' memory with standardized tests, they perform very high.
Are there any specific aspects of memory, such as episodic memory versus verbal memory, maybe, or are there any specific aspects of tested memory in the neuropsychological literature that have been found to have a greater positive impact from synesthesia?
Well, the memory enhancement in synesthesia is very much like the method of loci. The Roman senators would walk around their villa with their hand against the wall, and in each part of the house, they'd memorize a certain section. And so when they went to give the speech, they similarly walked themselves back through the house. And so the place helped them remember what they wanted to say. And for synesthetes, that's the same thing. They'll say, oh, she had a green name. Let me see. These are green. So Denise, Darby, yes, her name is Denise.
It's sort of like spatial memory improvement.
They have good spatial memory. They have good memory for everything, really, but particularly for place and for episodes. So they remember episodic memories because of a certain synesthetic quality it had. Oh, it tasted like spikes. It was green with sparkles. It was a certain oily feeling in my hand when we visited that place, or you kissed me in front of the waterfall, whatever it might be.
Right. What do we know about the neurological underpinnings of synesthesia?
Well, we know a lot. So what do you mean? Can you be more specific?
Yeah, I want you to tell us a bit about
what's going on in the brain?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, what's happening during synesthesia is there are a greater number of cross connections in synesthetes compared to the rest of us. Now, cross connection exists